In the name of my ancestors, peace, forever and always. Welcome to another edition of the Realities Temple on Earth. I am the host of this internet ministry known as the mighty, Angel Stumped Up 7. Your brother and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I want to send this message out to the various, I would believe they are Caucasian persons, of whom I don't know where you come from, but you have found my channel and you offer civil and cordial discussion in this topic of race relations. Many of you are not in America, so really when you speak to me, you're not speaking from a white man's experience in America, because you are a Caucasian person from Ireland or Australia or whatever country that you come from, but you are civil and cordial. And perhaps if we talk, there can be a better understanding of the situation, and that's good. Then there are some of you who try to be nice, but you get emotional, and I will excuse your behavior, because this can be a very sensitive subject. And I very much understand that just the fact that somebody is talking about white people and you are Caucasian yourself, these are your relatives. And it doesn't make any difference whether they are good or evil. These are your relatives. Because I don't see a lot of, matter of fact, I've seen no videos made by white people attacking racist Caucasian people. I have not. Now, they may say something about the Ku Klux Klan, the quite obvious racists. I'm talking about a government. The United States of America is a government full of racists, founded on racism, founded on white supremacy. You don't talk about that. America is an angel as far as you're concerned. So, as long as you have that attitude, you'll never understand me, because it's that government that has been oppressing and is the one who has conditioned the masses of the Caucasian people here to have that racist attitudes that they have today. They have conditioned this mindset for the last few hundred years. These white people are direct or indirect racists. Some of them are just out front. I don't like niggers, never have liked niggers. Those are the type of Caucasian people I have more of a chance to speak with in an honest and open manner. We could work together because our feelings, everything is out in the open. The most dangerous racist white folk, white man or racist, is the ones, I love everybody, but they are covert. They may not even know that they are racist. They cannot comprehend. They are disconnected from their own behaviors. They don't see themselves as racist. Because when we think about racist, we think about the Ku Klux Klan and these people with tattoos all over their body and a hood over their face. All racists are not like that. Some white racists wear black robes. They are the college professors in these colleges. They are police officers. They are prosecutors and public defenders. They are the CEOs at Microsoft somewhere. Those are the racists that's the problem. The Ku Klux Klan is not a problem. At one time, back in the late 20s and early 30s, they used to run America. All that power went away. And the reason why the Ku Klux Klan lost all that power was because they started hurting white people. Because what they say, power corrupts. Then they start attacking their own folks. That's why the Ku Klux Klan, man, that gets you tongue-tied, don't it? Ku Klux Klan. That's why the Ku Klux Klan does not have the respect and the power and the influence it used to have. Not because people are not racist no more, but because the power that they attained, they became too corrupt. One of the most famous cases was one of the leaders of the Indiana Ku Klux Klan raped a white woman and she died. Do your research, look up the history. It's not no secret. But I want to give you an example of something so you have gain a more understanding. Really, I don't care. The bottom line is I don't care whether you understand or not. Now, if you want to understand, then come on this journey with me. Some of y'all, white folks, you're not here to try to understand. You're here to try to trick somebody, to try to deceive me into this falsehood, this damn lie that you done painted brotherhood and equality. That don't exist. It has not happened, and it is not happening. Let me give you an example of what the problem here is. Ford Motor Company built a car. Okay? I'm going to use this. This was a real case. I think it happened in the late 80s, somewhere in there, early 90s. It was a black family. A black family of 5, I believe. Anyway, the car was involved in an accident. And 4 of the family members were killed. 1 of the family members was burned, suffered all kinds of degrees burned. After an intensive investigation, it was found that the car, the fuel tank, was at fault by Ford. It was also found that Ford knew about these faulty gas tanks, but they put them on the cars anyway. So, of course, the family was given a lawyer. They obtained a lawyer. They went to court. This case went on for a few years, I believe. See, wait a minute. Well, see, this is where it begins. Ford knew they had a bad product. The product hurt people. But do you think that Ford said, look, I understand I had a product, it hurt these people, and I'm going to do the right thing, so let me take care of this? No, they didn't. You got to get a lawyer and you got to go to court. And so this family had to fight this for 4 or 5 years. I forgot exactly how long it took. Anyway, it might have took less. This case was a long time ago. I really don't know how long it took. But see, those who are guilty do not admit guilt. Go sit in a courtroom. Ask any prosecutor. How many criminals in their right mind say, yep, I'm guilty? They're going to make you prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Criminals don't admit guilt. You have to take them to trial and prove it. So here we are, black people in America. The problem here is that black people, the descendants of slaves in America, we live in a criminal nation. And criminals do not admit guilt. No matter what. They can be caught in the act. You ever seen, remember the Rodney King incident? That's a videotape. It was very clear what happened. But you still had people that said, oh no, that's not how it went. Here we are looking at the videotape. A videotape does not lie unless it was doctored. The tape was not doctored. But people still will not accept guilt. They will not accept responsibility for their action. That's the problem we have in America. You live in a criminal nation that refuses and will not accept their responsibility for what they've done to black people in this nation. No matter what you say. They're going to do everything. Now, this is what they do in court. They try to, the defense attorney's job is to get them charges off their client. Now, the defense attorney, he may know that his client is guilty, but as a defense attorney, his job is to get his client off the hook, get him free. So if his client is a murderer, he has to get him free, even though he knows his client would do it again. Because the job of the defense attorney is to defend. So that's what you are. You are a defense attorney for a criminal nation, for a criminal people. So you come to my channel as a defense attorney, while I am acting as the prosecutor. And the jury is the public at hand. So your client, the United States of America, your client, the Caucasian people of the planet, that's your client. You want to try to show that they are not as evil, they are not as demonic as the prosecutor that I claim. You got a hell of a job on you to do, because in their own writing, out of their own mouth, even if you pay attention to the television in 2010, they incriminate themselves every day. They back up everything that I say. But your job as a defense attorney is to defend them, and criminals in their right state of mind don't admit guilt. So what is the plea of your client? Not guilty. What about not guilty by reason of insanity? No, not guilty, sir. Okay. So they were not insane when they caused the genocide of the Native American people. They were not insane giving the Native American people disease blankets and fire water so it would be easy to take these people's land. They were not insane when they started killing off all the buffalo. They were not insane when they kidnapped Africans and brought them here and mistreated them for 400 years. That's not insanity. Okay, so now you're telling me they were not insane, they were actually sane. Good. Now, let us now bring your case. So now, you bring your case to the Realist Temple. You brought your case, your argument in the public as a defense attorney for those of whom I call wicked and demonic. I'm a prosecutor. You cannot, no matter what you say, my job is to prosecute. It's not my job to look for beautiful behavior and love out of your client. My job is to prosecute, and that's what I'm going to do. Because they are criminals and need to be punished. All right. So basically, I'm giving you this scenario using the legal system as an analogy. Okay, so we are in court. Now going back to the Ford case, Ford never admitted fault. I think they settled out of court or however they done it, but they never admitted fault. So the family was awarded a certain judgment. Now the actual victims were dead. Then you had one survivor. But okay, let us say that the judgment was $10 million. The actual victims are dead, one survivor. But the judgment must be split among the 5 who suffered under this, it's not a crime, because of this negligence, okay? Because it was not intentional, it was a product negligence, okay? So we have 4 actual victims that are deceased. Dead people don't use money. So who does it go to? It goes to the family. So now you got this, so now you have $8 million in the hands of people that had nothing to do with the accident. So when you tell me that black people don't have the right to inherit from damages from their, now you say that the slaves themselves deserve compensation from the hell that they went through. They are no longer here. But since they are not, then whatever they deserve, whatever compensation that they deserve, then it should be given to their children, just like in this case. You don't want to see the children with nothing. But as you can clearly see, according to American law, these people were deceased. Their family gets the money. Now you got $8 million in the hands of people that had nothing to do with the accident. As time goes on, unless they spend all the money, their children will inherit the wealth. Then their children will inherit the wealth. That's how it goes. You don't want to hear that when it comes to black folks, because you don't want us to get our inheritance. You don't want us to have nothing. But see, as a prosecutor or as our civil attorney, I would be, then it's my job to get what we earn. And that's what you don't want us to get. Ford, you have to take Ford to court so that the people get what they earn. Because if you leave it up to Ford, they're going to give as little as possible. Because Ford's attorneys, they are looking out for the best interest for Ford. Ford wants to pay as little money as possible. Now, this is the sad thing. And this is why I said America is a criminal and evil place. See, in this case, America, a criminal nation, they have made the law so it's very difficult to sue the judge when he's wrong. It's difficult to sue police. It's difficult to sue the city or the government. They created the laws to protect themselves. Now, in this Ford case, this poor family was able to go to court and sue Ford. But black people in America, many of us have went through the files. Many of these black people know who the slave families were. They knew who their relatives were. They ready to go to court. But America, this is how evil. See, this is a criminal nation. And criminals don't admit guilt. So, you have black families all over this country ready to go to court, file their case, but the government won't allow the families to sue nobody. Won't allow their case. I thought thought this was a democratic society. I thought in America, if you have a problem with somebody, they say on the people's court, don't take matters in your own hands, take them to court. So do you understand why black people feel the way they do? Do you understand why some black folks say, kill Whitey? I hate Whitey. Because there's no justice for us in a criminal nation. It's a criminal nation. Because if you allow one black family to go to court and they win, it's going to start an avalanche. And it's going to take money out of a whole lot of white folks' pockets. And then not only blacks from in other places around the world will come to America to sue because all black people are interrelated. And they'll start researching, trying to find, see, black folks don't have no connection to their ancestors. They don't give a damn about slavery, really. But if a black person can go to court and win a few $1 million, then everybody want to get on the bandwagon. My mama was a slave. My granddaddy was a slave. You got these, you have these old sorry-ass Negroes, dark Europeans. I don't want nothing to do with it. I work for everything that I have. They know damn well if they get a chance, because first of all, lawyers are going to approach you and say, look, I think you can get $20 million. Your ancestors did this. Your ancestors was that. They talk all that bull crap, but if they get an opportunity to sue the government and get that and get reparations or other compensation, they know damn well they would do it. And that's the fear. See, it's about money. See, when you're talking about justice, justice means money. And that's something this country don't want to give to black folks. If you have a problem, don't take the situation in your own hand, take it to court. So I want to ask you, and I want to ask criminal America. So I'm taking it to court. Just like my own personal situation. These beasts, these demons, these wicked devils locked me up for 10 years. But they won't let me go to court. They won't let me go to court. Because they know they're wrong. Any jury that listens to my case, if they have any kind of compassion, tears will come out of their eyes. And they know it. They know they'll lose. They know they did wrong. But see, this is how America, criminal nation, that's how they do the victims. And then they want to turn around and make me the bad guy. Why you want to sue us? We was just doing our job. No, you wasn't doing your job. You knew you was wrong. And instead of trying to heal the injury that they caused, they'll rather try to get people like you who don't know no better to defend them. So here I am on YouTube. I guess a lot of dark Europeans are scared to mess with me, but some of y'all Caucasians, you don't know me yet. See, a lot of dark Europeans know me. They know to stay the hell away, but you really don't know me. And I don't mean you no harm, but I'm not going to let you come here and bring that fantasy fairy tale garbage to me. The black man and woman in America have been denied justice. That's the bottom line. And so now, what avenue do we have? You said vote. Voting has done nothing for us. Get an education. Get an education has done nothing for us. Look at our community. All these things they talk about. But see, what will really help us is compensation for our injury from our dead relatives, and even from some of us who are living. Because many brothers and sisters have been harmed by Jim Crow, desegregation, which was not 400 years ago. That was about 60 years ago. I was born in a town that bragged about killing black people. So why are you defending the evil? So why are you on the side of Ford Motor Company, who knew they had a gas tank that was defective, and you feel good about it? No, it's not all Ford cars. No, everybody in Ford was not involved, but it don't make no difference. You got 4 people who are dead, and you have 1 burned up and will suffer the rest of their life. Here you are, and their family lost their loved ones. So here we are in America. There is no need for us to suffer the way we do. We pay our taxes. We go and fight in all America's wars. We built this country, blood, sweat, and tears, and then get treated like a 7th, 8th class citizen. We're supposed to take that. We need a defense attorney that will fight for what we deserve. The dark European is on the side, the Uncle Tom Negro is on the side of Ford Motor Company. I am on the side of those who were burned up in that car accident and the 4 deceased. That's who I represent. Who are you going to represent? Who do you still want to represent? The evil or the wicked? When they know they've done wrong. I don't have to prove nothing. The evidence is clear as day. You done wrong. But instead of admitting to what you done, you would rather point fingers at the victim. And you even have victims. Yeah, if it wasn't for us, we must accept responsibility for the things that we do. No doubt about it. But at the root of everything, who's our teacher? The white man. Who's the one to educate us? The white man. Who is our influence? Who is the parent of these in America, these black people? It's the white man. If you don't like black people in America, then you blame the white man. That's who made us. But now you have many of us who have become awakened to what has happened to us. And now we stand strong. And we are the defense attorney for the helpless and the hopeless and for the real victims. We are victims in this. So Ford Motor Company, we must hold you liable for what you have done. America is a criminal nation, and criminals never admit guilt. So here you come as a defense attorney for the wicked. And no matter what I say, you will ignore it and try to find somewhere else, because the guilty never admit guilt. And I'm not going to play Ring Around the Roses with your ass. Because if you was looking for true brotherhood and sisterhood, then you'll be on my side, working with me, so I will be compensated for the great injury that has come to me and my family. But you on the side of those who cause injury, that cause harm. We have never done nothing to white people, but they hate us, lynch us, rape our women, do all kinds of dirt to us, even now. And that's whose side you on. I'm not going to play Ring Around the Roses. You're a defense attorney, but as long as you come here, you will lose. You're going to lose. Because your client is guilty. You know your client is guilty. I know your client is guilty. That's the bottom line. So hopefully, I hope there is a God that can come and bring justice and put this criminal nation in the jail that it deserves to be. Thank you for listening. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad. If you don't understand where I'm coming from now, you'll never. This was, and is, we can keep the discussion going. The Reality's Temple on Earth.